Okay, well, thank you very much. Ito po si Nico Fabian. Once again, nandito po sa programa natin, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. And today is September 18 na po. And kumusta kayo? Mga kababayan ko dito po sa Malaysia, sa Sabah, sa Kota Kinabalu, very specific, ang mga overseas Filipino workers sa iba-ibang parte ng mundo. Kumusta mga kababayan natin po dyan sa Pilipinas? Alam namin po, medyo mahirap talaga ang buhay natin dyan sa Pilipinas. Lalo na po itong controversial issues po ng flood control projects, anomalous deals po, no? Ikulong na natin yon sila po. Huwag na tayo let us not delay. Yeah, ikulong na natin po. Kitang-kita ng mga tao po na involved na sila po sa kalokohan, sa corruption po dyan sa Pilipinas, and kawawa ang tayo, mga Pilipino po. Tayo, mga Pilipino, kawawang-kawawa. Okay, today mag-usap-usap tayo tungkol itong issue ng corruption pa rin. And of course, we are hoping that with the new House of Representative Speaker, and I am referring to no other than Speaker Faustino Boji, Boji D. the third. Sana lang po, masolve na tayo po ang problema natin dyan sa Pilipinas. Lahat yun may mga kasalanan, mga corrupt, no? Ikulong natin po, and we will try to get back whatever they sabihin natin kumuha sa atin po ang mga taxpayers natin. Yun po ang sigaw ng mga tao po, and it's just a matter of 1 or 2 more days po bago tayo po, mag-people's power. Hindi naman siguro people's power po, no? Pero kung no choice tayo po, what to do, people's power tayo po, people's power 3. And wag natin kalimutan sa Sunday, ngayon is Thursday, sa Sunday po, may malaking rally dyan po sa Pilipinas, 2 venues yun po, no? And the Filipinos will be going out to the street and express our anger, our disappointment, no? Lahat-lahat na po, no? Dahil ito sa corruption po. There is no political color sa rally on Sunday. Kaya nga, huwag natin matakot po. Let's go out from our homes, our houses po. Go to the street, participate sa rally po, and let us in unity, in unison, let us express our feelings po, our disappointment, our anger po, our anger po dahil sa corruption. Okay, maganda ang balita po. Yesterday, what happened? Sandali, ha? Okay, maganda what happened yesterday po. After all the hua-hua, after all the shout-out ang mga tao po dyan sa Pilipinas po, we want to stop corruption. To stop corruption po. Dahil sa corruption po, mabigat ang buhay ng mga Filipinos po, especially ang mga mahirap, no? And maganda na po, nakita natin, we saw that there is already light at the end of the tunnel, no? Dahil bumaba na po si Representative Martin Romualdez po as a Speaker of the House, no? As Speaker of the House. Nagpalit na sa kanya po ngayon si Speaker D or Boji D. Maganda yon po. In fact, saludo ako sa kanya po, no? Itong bagong speaker natin, especially during his speech, no? His speech po yesterday dyan sa Kongreso, when he promised po that, ito po ang sabi niya po, I will not defend the guilty. I will not shield the corrupt. Maganda yun po. But what we want now is to see, although it's very early, it is very, very, very early for us to judge him po. Kasi bago pa lang si Speaker D. No? But we are hoping, I myself personally, I'm hoping na his words will be converted into action. If he can do that, if he will do that po, then 100% po, we can see, sabihin natin na change is coming po Shoutout muna tayo sa kaibigan natin po. Colleague ko po rin sa media po, si Joseph Sobrado from Zamboanga City. Kumusta kayo, Joseph, and kumusta ang buhay natin dyan sa Pilipinas? Ingat lang kayo, no? Sa Zamboanga, ingat lang kayo. Dahil may dalawang typhoon tayo po, si Marisol ba yun? At saka mayroon pa isa, si Amando ba yun? I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, ingat lang tayo po dyan sa Zamboanga, dyan sa Pilipinas. Dahil we are experiencing itong heavy downpours dyan po. In some areas, I was made to understand, submerged, no? Submerged po. So, ingat na ingat tayo po. And let's pray that there will be hindi malaki ang damage that we are going to encounter as a result of this two heavy downpour po scheduled dyan po sa Pilipinas to hindi ba landfall na yata si Mirasol, no? Nag-landfall na si Mirasol and expected to leave the Philippine Area of Responsibility or PAR po this afternoon po, or maybe tomorrow or tonight po. Sana lang po it will not be as serious as what we experienced the previous bad weather condition dyan po sa Pilipinas. Okay, balik tayo po dito sa sa news speaker natin po. Although nakita natin po, later on I will talk about a little bit background of Speaker D. No? He came from a political dynasty, whether we like it or not. Sabi nga si Senator Amy Marcos, he's a good person. He's a good leader. He's a good leader. He's a good follower also po. No? And mahaba ang pasensya daw ni Speaker D. Mahaba ang pasensya. So almost everybody, when asked to react, ang mga opinion nila tungkol sa bagong speaker dyan po sa House of Representatives, affirmative po, positive lahat po. And maganda yun po kung ganon. Maganda yun kung ganon po. Later on, I'm going to share with you some video clips, mga reaction ng mga legislators natin. And since this morning, for your information, since this morning po, I've been monitoring itong Blue Ribbon Committee. Hanggang ngayon, it's still ongoing. Hanggang ngayon, ongoing pa po. It started at 9 o'clock in the morning and until now po, ongoing pa rin po ang probe, which is being shared now by no less than Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman, si Senator Ping Lacson. Of course, ang dami mga senador ang nag-attend ang hearing today po. But later on, we will talk about it. First thing first, we will talk about the new speaker po. Maganda, as what I told you earlier, a few seconds ago, I will not defend the guilty. I will not shield the corrupt. Maganda yung po, no? I really salute. Sana lang po, no? Sana lang po, it will, change is coming po. Totoong change na po. Alright. Let me share with you a news article muna po tungkol itong sabihin natin ang news speaker natin. but before giving the news tungkol sa speaker natin po, I want to share with you po. I want to share sa inyong lahat, mga kababayan, mga kapatid ko, Pilipino, as well as ang mga followers natin dito po sa Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Ito po, sino ba talaga si Speaker? Speaker Faustino Boji D. III. Now, he's a veteran. He is a veteran politician po since few decades na po, no? Few decades na po. He became a governor. I think he was once a mayor, a governor, a mayor, a vice mayor, and then now he became a congressman po. But lahat ang mga, sabihin natin, siblings niya, mga relatives niya po, nasa politika din po. No? Nasa politika din po. Alright. May question sa akin. Sir Nick, itong mga speaker natin po, magkano ba ang sweldo nila? Magkano ang salary nila? Alright. For your information, if I'm not mistaken, no? Umuulan na naman dito sa Kota Kinabalu. For your information, ang sweldo ng speaker of the House of Representatives is somewhere around 316,000 a month. 316,000 a month yun po. No? And I will share with you ang mga breakdowns po. But before, I will give you ang mga salaries ng mga mayor ba, vice mayor ba, no? I will give you the information first po, which, may background lang tayo, no? May background lang tayo. Saan galing ba ito ang speaker natin, si Speaker D? Okay, nandito po. Faustino D. III is now the House Speaker ng House of Representatives. He is the Deputy Speaker sa 20th Congress po. 20th Congress. So, ngayon, he is the Deputy Speaker and elevated na siya ngayon po. Kahapon, nagiging Speaker siya when Martin Romualdez stepped down. Alright. Sino naman ito si Ian D? Si Ian D, ang mga, listen, ang mga kapatid nila, no? Okay, si Ian D is a congressman of the 3rd District. Si Mike D is a congressman also of the 5th District. And si Kiko D is Vice Governor. Itong mga kapatid niya po, no? Mga kapatid niya. Alright. Ino D, ito ang anak yata nito, no? Ino D is the mayor of Chaque. Si Shenina D is mayor of Santiago City. And Dondon D is mayor of San Miguel. Nandito pa din po ang mga relatives ni Speaker. Si Cesar D, mayor of Cauyan City. Bernie D, vice mayor ng Cauyan City. And King D is board member ng 5th District po sa lugar nila. Okay? Sa lugar nila po. So, yun po ang background, a little background of sabi natin si Speaker. Speaker, ano ito? Faustino D. Alright. Ang questions that I receive from my followers po, no? Sabi nila po, magkano ba ang sweldo ng by the way, sila po, when we talk about ang distrito nila po, they came from Isabela. Isabela po, ang mga D family. Okay, ang speaker ng ang House Speaker po, ang sweldo niya po, grade SG 32 ito. Monthly salary is, as of 2025, 316,791 per month. Per month yun po, 316,791 per month. Ang congressman po, kagaya ni Landy, ang congressman ng District, 3rd District, representative po, no? At saka si Mike D, congressman ng 5th District. Ang sweldo nila po, under the salary grade of 31 is 273,278 pesos per month po. Malaki din, no? Malaki din. Wala pa yung mga allocations nila and other benefits. Sweldo lang ito po. For city mayors dyan sa Pilipinas, for your information, ang sweldo ng mayor, kagaya ni Ino D, mayor of Chaque, municipal, not city, municipal ito po. For a first class municipality mayor, ang sweldo niya po is 185,695 per month or based on salary SG 30. Cesar D is now receiving, Cesar D and China D, mayor din po. They are receiving, kasi hindi sila first class municipality, they are receiving no, they are higher category. They are receiving 219,554 under salary grade 30 per month. 219,554 pesos per month ang sweldo nila po. For Vice Mayor, ang Vice Mayor, kagaya ni Benji D, Vice Mayor, he is receiving a monthly salary of 185,695 per month under salary grade of 28. Ang Vice Mayor po, Vice Mayor, tingnan natin, ang Vice Mayor. Ang Vice Mayor, kagaya ni Kiko D, he is Vice Mayor ng the province of Isabela province. He is receiving a monthly salary of 219,554 monthly salary ito po, no? Monthly salary. Okay. For municipal mayor, kagaya ni Dondon D, his salary is 185,695 under salary grade 30. Monthly po, 185,695. This is how much they are receiving po. And saan itong galing pera po? Galing ito po sa atin, ang mga taxpayers po, no? Mga Filipinos po. Tayo yung nagsahod sa kanila, ang mga elected officials natin po. Be it the President, be it the Vice President, be it members of the Senate, be it members of the House of Representatives, in other words, mga congressmen, governors, vice governors, mayors, vice mayors, councilors, city councilors, municipal mayors, vice mayors, and so forth and so on, including ang barangay po, no? Officials natin, at saka mga assemblymen from different provinces po. So that is what we are paying them, no? Or what is the salary? That is the salary of these elected officials po. So wag natin matakot dahil we put them there, we are paying them. If they're not doing the work, if they're cheating us po, it is our right to remove them. Kagaya din po sa kompanya, ang boss has the right to sack you, has the right to sack you po or remove you, from the employment, from employment. So yun po ang some background regarding si Speaker D ngayon po. Maganda po because may bagong speaker na tayo, may bagong Senate President din tayo po. And let's see po, sana itong mga changes po that we see now po will lead to a concrete changes po sa nasyon natin, sa buhay natin po, buhay ng mga Pilipino. Alright? So, mayroon dito po, but I will talk to you later on po. No? I will read this thing to you po mamaya. In the meantime, dahil po we are talking about ang stepping down of Martin Romualdez and coming in as the new Speaker of the House, no? Si Speaker D, let me share with you itong speech muna po ni Martin Romualdez po yesterday po when he announced that he is already stepping down po. Some of you maybe heard already, but for those dito po sa Sabah, ang mga Malaysian, ang mga Filipino, mga kababayan ko po, hindi pa sila narinig po, let me share with you itong speech ni former Speaker Martin Romualdez. Shoutout din tayo muna kay Marilu Pentonjo who is watching itong programa natin, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. Nandito po, let's listen to the speech of Martin Romualdez. Hold on ha, parang wala tayong sound.
I stand before you today with utmost humility and with deep gratitude for the trust and confidence you have accorded me. That trust has been the source of my strength in every day of service. When I assumed this responsibility, I made a solemn commitment that the House of Representatives would be the people's house.
Medyo mahina yata ang audio natin, no? Dahil umuulan. Okay. So yun po, yesterday, it happened yesterday po. He announced that he is stepping down dahil kung magtagal pa daw siya po dyan sa posisyon as speaker, na-affecto din talaga ang institution. Kaya nga po, finally, he decided to step down po, to step down. As a leader, as a good leader po, sabi niya po, is only but proper or normal for a leader to step down po. And he gave way itong si Speaker B. Alright, tingnan natin if I can also share with you ang speech. Ang speech ni sino ito? Ang speech ni new Speaker of the House. Sana okay ito po.
With the honorable members of this august chamber, the 20th Congress, mga kababayan, magandang hapon sa ating mga lahat. Ako po'y lubos na nagpapasalamat sa mga kasama kong mababatas sa House of Representatives sa paghalal niyo sa akin bilang Speaker. Hindi ko po ito inaasahan. Matapos ang ilang dekadang paninibigan bilang lingkod bayan mula pa kabataang barangay hanggang gobernador ng Isabela, inakala mo na ang susunod na ito ng aking buhay ay para sa aking pamilya. Ngunit, ibang daan ang nilatag ng ating Panginoon. Dinala niya po ako muli dito sa Kongreso upang masagip ang palawakin ang aking paglilingkod. Aminado po ako, meron po akong pangamba sa aking dibdib habang iniisip ko ang hamon ng katungkulang inaatang sa aking balikat. Patid ko po na marami sa ating mga kababayan ang nasasaktan at nagagalit na dahil sa mga kasalukuyang kaganapan. Kaiintindihan ko po kayo. Bilang anak ng lalawigan ng Isabela, alam na alam ko po ang mga pagsubok na dala ng matinding bagyo, ang pagkasira ng mga bahay at buhay, tuwing tumataas ang tubig baha. Sa ngalang nila, inatanggap ko ng buong kababang loob ang hamon ng pagiging Speaker of the House. Ako na ho ang unang magsasabi sa ating mga kababayan. Meron po kaming pagkukulang. Kami po ay nagpapakumbaba sa inyo. Nakikiusap po kami na sana bigyan niyo kami ng pagkakataong ituwid ang mga maling kalakaran at linisin ang aming hanay. Nakikiusap po kami na bigyan niyo pa kami ng tsansang makuha muli ang inyong pong tiwala. Ako po ay kaisa ng ating mahal na Pangulo sa kanyang layunin na linisin ang pamahalaan upang tayo ay bumangon muli. Under my leadership, this House will paninindigan ng ating Pangulo, no rank, no ally, no office will be spared from accountability. We must strengthen the Oversight Committee and fully cooperate with the Independent Commission of Infrastructure. Our duty is not to protect each other. Our duty is to protect the Filipino people. Alam kong maaaring maging puno ito ng pangalan. Dahil sa mga maaaring matapakan, sinusugal ko ang aking pangalan ng matagal ko pong pinagpaguran. Yayakapin ko ang sakripisyong ito nang maibsan ang mas mabigat na sakripisyong kinakaharap ng ating mga kababayan. Malinaw sa atin na higit matimbang ang ating pananagutang taguyod ng ating saligang batas at unahin ang kapakanan.
Okay, medyo maingay talaga ang ulan dito po. We are experiencing heavy downpour ngayon dito sa Kota Kinabalu po, no? And we hope na we are not going to experience again submerge ang mga areas dito po sa Kota Kinabalu. Sa totoo lang po, no? Some areas dito sa Kota Kinabalu po since Monday, since last week po submerged, no? Dahil sa flash flood. And dami na po mga evacuation centers po, the government opened, and the donations coming from the people, from other places who are not affected with the flood, no? Continue to pour. This is how Sabahans show their concern about their fellow countrymen po, fellow human beings po, no? Continuous ang mga tubig, no? They distribute it even though nahirapan po magpasok sa mga areas that are submerged, no? Sa tubig, sa tubig. So ingat lang tayo po mga Filipinos din who are staying dito sa Sabah. Now I would like to remind, if you are watching us now, ingat kayo po. Ingat kayo po dahil ganito ang sitwasyon ngayon dito sa Sabah. Likewise dyan po sa, sabi natin, sa Pilipinas. Alright, yun po, narinig natin, nakita natin po si Speaker Martin Romualdez step down. And what the Filipino wants is masking ordinary member of the Congress ngayon si Martin Romualdez. We hope that once he will be invited to attend itong mga hearings po, because his name is being mentioned sa anomalous dealings of flood control projects, including itong including itong national budget natin po sa Pilipinas, be it 2025 or the ongoing deliberation of the national budget for 2026 po dyan sa Pilipinas po, no? Mga pangalan like Martin Romualdez and Representative Saldigo also mentioned po. Hindi lang po sa national budget, but also mention ang pangalan ni Saldico or Congressman Saldico po sa involvement niya po dyan po sa flood control projects po, anomalous deals, no? And amounting to billions of money po, no? Money. Now, let's go. I don't know if I can share with you po, if I can share with you kung clear ba ito, no? Kung clear ba ito mga comments from other lawmakers natin, kagaya ni Senator Amy Marcos. Let's okay, I'll try to share with you this.
Problema ko, masyadong mabait si Boji. Kawawa naman. Ang hirap ng lugar niya. Pero mapali yung expectations sa leadership niya. Kasi kapag kilala ko si Boji, bata pa kami, magkasama kami sa kabataang barangay. Sobrang bait ng tao, awang-awa ako sa kanya. Ang hirap na sitwasyon
Alright, yun ang comment ni Senator Amy Marcos. According to her, kilala niya si Bojing. Ha? Bojing po, ang new speaker ng House of Representatives. No? And mahirap daw ang sitwasyon kasi sobrang mabait ito si Bojing. Let's see po. Let's see what will happen dyan po sa House of Representatives. Mayroon din, I'll try to share with you another one. And this time is reaction coming from other senators po. Let's listen. Medyo lumakas na talaga ang ulan dito sa Kota Kinabalu, no? Aha. Anyway, we will see po kung clear ba itong audio natin.
Will be good both for the House and the Senate, sir. Under Speaker Boji, sir. What do you know him, sir? You know Speaker Boji. You think he'd be a good leader for the lower house, sir? You think he's capable to lead the House, sir?
Personally, gano'n pa na, pero basta tinulungan ako niya. Tumakbo ako ng directive.
Yeah. Is may pag-usap pa between you and him before he resigned?
Wala kaming pag-uusap about that. Except during the birthday lunch of President Marcos, I was already overhearing from the other members of the House that they were asking Boji to consider the speakership. So there are no expectations by Congressman Boji? It's very, it's a very good choice for the congressman. It's a very good record. He's been vice mayor, congressman, governor, vice governor, congressman ulit. And in all those years, no bad record.
You think he'll be a
Tsaka meron kaming biro eh. Meron biro na IB. Being vice governor, governor ka muna. Tapos naging vice governor ka kayo dito. Albano, mabait ka. Para matolerate mo sila dito.
You think
Ibig sabihin, mabait ka.
he'll be a capable leader of the House?
Oh yes, yes. Very, I'm sure he's capable and he'll be good for the house.
Do you know him? Do you know him personally? Yes.
He was part of my party mate. He's originally NPC from before up to just this huling, itong huling elections lang, nag-PFP siya because of the party of the president.
Sir, what do you
Pero he has been always NPC. If you cut his veins, you will see NPC.
Did it come as a surprise yung pag-resign ni Speaker? To you, sir, did it come as a surprise or because you canceled the caucus for the CA, sir? So
Well, yes, and I did not come as a surprise because I canceled the CA, not caucus,
sorry, under plenary.
the plenary, because we were, I was informed by the vice chairman of the CA, Congressman Kiko, that there will be a change in the leadership the following day. Then the call was yesterday, so last time, I should say.
Sir, who do you expect yung sa yung partnership with Mr.
I expect a very, very good, in fact, excellent relationship between the House and the Senate.
Mas malinis na 2026 sir. Mas malinis na 2026
Ay, sigurado. We will make sure this time because there will be live streaming, not only in the deliberations, not only in the hearings, but also on the floor and the bicameral conference committee. And whatever form of bicameral conference will be done, I will make sure that Speaker Boji and I will make sure that there is live streaming so that the people and the public will know where the money goes.
Alright, yan po. Narinig natin po some of the comments, reaction na coming from our legislator po, si Senator Amy Marcos and Senator Bato de la Rosa and other legislators natin po. Everybody is talking affirmative. Affirmative po, mabait ito si Speaker D, the third, no? Mabait. And let's see po, no? Maganda yon po. Affirmative ang mga comments kay Speaker D. And sana lang po, no? Sana lang po itong problema dyan po sa Kamara at saka sa Senado po with our new leaders, ang Speaker of the House, si Speaker of the House, si Speaker D, and si Senate President Vicente Soto po, no? They can work together po and for the good of everybody, especially when it comes to the national budget 2026 po, no? So, that's it. Itong good beginning ito po, and we hope that whatever problems we are facing, everything will be a thing of the past soon, if not too soon. Okay, punta na naman tayo ngayon po sa ongoing investigation. Ito po, proyekto ng flood control projects dyan po sa Pilipinas, worth billions of money po, no? Billions of money. Kanina, as what I said, na fourth hearing na ng Blue Ribbon Committee, chaired ngayon, for the first time, chaired by the new chairman, si Senator Ping Lacson. Maganda po, they started, maganda talaga po, but in totality, bago lang natapos po, no? Ang hearing. In totality, for me, how I look at it po, no? Kailangan na tayo po, no? Kailangan na tayo po, ikulong na itong mga tao. During the hearing, na cite in contempt na po, one of the contractors po, no? Si Diskaya, si Curly Diskaya. Now, ito po ang may-ari ng Saint, anong kumpanya yan? Now, he was cited in contempt dahil po ang asawa niya, si Sarah, failed to attend the hearing today. And ang rason nila po, iba-iba. Sabi ang husband, si Curly, sabi niya po, due to medical reason. On the other hand, si Sarah, ang asawa niya po, gave a written a notice sa Blue Ribbon Committee saying that mayroon na siyang prior a meeting with all her staff po, no? With all her staff po today. And that is the reason why she cannot attend the meeting. So finally, what happened po? What the committee decided po, he was cited in contempt for lying. Why his or si Curly's wife failed to attend ang hearing today po, no? Ang hearing today. At the same time, nag-cite in contempt din si engineer Henry Alcantara po, also for lying po. And nakita natin po, no? Grabe ang mga relevation o ang mga questions forwarded sa mga resource persons or witnesses ba ito po, no? Sa mga Department of Public Works and Highways po, resource persons or witness po. And nakita natin, that's how I look at it. Although I'm not a lawyer, and based on what I saw, and I think other people will agree, na guilty itong mga tao po. Guilty itong mga tao. Si Alcantara, si Hernandez, si Mendoza, si Diskaya, and other contractors po. Guilty yan sila po. So, ano pa tayo naghintay? Matapos pa itong investigation? Why not? While ongoing pa ang investigation, why not file criminal charges against these people already? For those in the government, file administrative cases against these people. Kasi klaro na po. They are lying. They are trying to convince sa atin po with the lies. And if they will succeed, hoping that tayo po, be it the Blue Ribbon Committee or TRICOM or tayo po, mga tao po, will be confused because of the lies. It will not happen. It will not happen po. Ang mga Filipino po, we are smart people po. We know that you are lying, and in fact, we are now shouting na Mr. President, issue or go out for the warrant of arrest of these people po. No? Hindi lang cite them in contempt. Start na ang legal actions against these people. Although ang new Secretary ng Department of Public Works and Highways already started filing cases against questionable individuals po mentioned in this anomalous flood control project dealings po, transactions. Grabe na po. No? Grabe ng sitwasyon. And it is for this reason that on Sunday, September 21 po, we the Filipinos po, we are going for a big rally demonstration dyan sa Pilipinas. The one in Luneta Park, they call it 1 billion march. 1 billion march or 1 billion people rally. And mayroon din dyan po sa EDSA, we call it or they call it as a 1 trillion march. 1 trillion people rally po. Grabe, no? Grabe po. Wag natin don't be afraid to participate in the rally sa Sunday po, because no less than our own president, incumbent president, si President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., he himself is encouraging ang mga Filipino to show our outrage, to show our disappointment, to show our anger for what these people has done to us, for what is happening now in the Philippines. Huwag natin matakot. Let's go out. Let's go out and participate in the rally po. If it has to be people's power again, people's power 3, then let it be. Let it be po. Kailangan na po. Tama na. Grabe na, tama na. Pagod na kami. Galit na kami, ang mga Filipinos. Tama na. Those who are involved in this unhealthy activities, hindi lang unhealthy po. Grabe na ito po. Greediness. We call it greediness. Selfishness. Just imagine you people, you spend our money, hard-earned money, you enjoy life, going to the casinos, spending money in the casinos by the millions, while your fellow countrymen, Filipinos, both in the Philippines and outside the Philippines, the overseas Filipino workers are sacrificing, working hard to give a better future to their loved ones who they left temporarily in the Philippines, and hoping that with the taxes that we are paying, that money will be used properly and give better, improved public facilities to the Filipinos. And it is not happening po. It is not happening. When we talk about health aspect, you go to the General Hospital in the Philippines, you can see how the Filipinos, there are a lot of Filipinos, they die because they cannot afford to take the medication in the Philippines or in hospitals po. And this money that these people, stupid people, I'm sorry to say that, greedy people, by the billions, by the trillions po, that money could have helped provide better medical facilities to the patients in the hospitals. But what happened? They buy expensive cars. They go to the casinos, enjoy life with their family po, with their families, and their children studying abroad. Nepo babies. We call it Nepo babies po. What do? When they are abroad, they go out with their friends, enjoy, party left and right. Reported a meal costs 700 plus pesos, while their fellow countrymen are suffering in the Philippines. While ito mga Nepo babies are enjoying their life. Where is your conscience? But God is so great. The time has come. We Filipinos, we are no longer accepting your wrongdoings. You will know it come Sunday, September 21. I am encouraging all my kababayan, my relatives and friends in the Philippines, please go out on Sunday, September 21. Choose the venue, be it in Luneta Park or be it in Ezra Shrine in Quezon City. Go out. It's about time that we should, in one voice, tell these people that we are no longer happy with you. And we want to make sure that there will be equal justice, there will be accountability, and whatever money you use, make sure that the projects, flood control projects or any infrastructure projects awarded to you po and you did not complete it, or substandard, or ghost projects po, make sure that let these people, contractors involved in the anomalies, complete the project at their own expense. It will be really unfair if the government again will use people's money to rectify the problem. This projects po, development projects po. Let them do it at their own expenses. Use all the whatever laws we have po. Make sure that the long arm of the law will be enforced to these people. Ganon lang yan po. Tama na. Pagod na kami. We are very angry. The Filipinos are very angry. The Filipinos are known to be peace-loving people, God-fearing people. But we have our limitations. Remember that. We have our limitations. So I hope, kailangan na po, find time to join in unity on September 21 sa Sunday yung po sa mga rallies natin dyan sa Pilipinas. So with this, siguro hanggang dito na lang po ang programa natin, and of course, what happened in the Blue Ribbon Committee, and of course ang new speaker natin po, and whatever updates I'm going to have, I'll make sure that tayo po, mga kababayan ko po dito sa Malaysia, my fellow countrymen in Malaysia, particularly those in Sabah, and very specific in the city of Kota Kinabalu and nearby areas po. I'll try to make sure that you will be fed with all this news that you deserve through my program, Nick Talk, The Real Talk with Nico. So with this, once again, I would like to say, ingat kayo po. Take good care po because the weather is not good. Take good care of yourself And make sure that you're always safe and pray to God for a better tomorrow. With this, once again, Nico Fabian would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day-to-day. Malaysia, Sabah, the Philippines, God bless us all. And I'll see you in my next episode. Bye. I love you.